Christmas, great city of Brooklyn, friends of Brooklyn. I'm your host, Michael Palcisko, the host of Brooklyn 2.0, and it's episode 24. And I'm looking for a Christmas tree at the tree farm in Brooklyn on Memphis and Tiedemann. And I'm gonna find me the biggest tree ever to make this the greatest Christmas ever. The tree farm in Brooklyn. Let's take a tour. Brad, the tree man. I'm looking for an evergreen from Just Trees Incorporated in the best location in the nation, Brooklyn. So can you show me the best evergreen of the tree man?
All right, so right here we got the Scotch pine. You want to take a look at these?
I like that Scotch pine, little Scotch.
These are like the old-fashioned, the original Christmas tree. This would have to be that. They very good needle retention. They have a tendency to shed, but we shake them in the fields. You can see the needles usually cluster up, but they're out of there, looking nice and healthy. So that's the first option, is the Scotch pine.
I like the Scotch pine.
The next option that we have is the Fraser fir. Fraser fir is definitely the Cadillac of the Christmas trees. So you got the best needle retention, strong branches for heavier lights and ornaments. These things will definitely last you from now all the way up past New Year's. I know my family, we like to keep ours up sometimes even into February. So these are definitely the most popular.
Brad the tree man, let me ask you something. It's November 29th and I want to keep this tree alive to December 31st. What is the process, Brad the tree man?
The best thing for that is after the fresh cut, you get it in water as fast as possible. All right, we always say within the hour. That way the sap will not come through the trunk, and even if you're pushing it, after that, the first couple times, use hot water right out of the tap. You don't need to add anything like aspirin or club soda that I've heard so many people trying to preserve the needles. So hot water out of the tap the first, I don't know, maybe half dozen times, and after that, regular tap water works just fine.
Every day regular tap water, just put a little rub?
Every day. You want to check. Even at first, it'll go through maybe even 2 buckets within 12 hours. I mean, they drink fast. They're thirsty. So yeah, you got to keep the water on them. You have some huge trees here. I'm definitely going with the Fraser for the living room and the Scotch pine for the family room. But I need one for my bedroom. Do you have a Charlie Brown tree? We do over here.
A Charlie Brown tree?
These Scotch pine here.
Scotch pine, my favorite.
Yep. This would be your quote-unquote Charlie Brown tree right here. So a lot of people, these smaller trees, they like to actually put them up on a table if they got dogs, cats, little kids running around, just to avoid all the mess and all the hassle of having them tip over. They like to put it up on the table and get a nice little tree, and that's these right here.
This is definitely going in my bedroom, the Charlie Brown tree. Brad the tree man, this is my tree, the Fraser. Didn't want the Scotch pine, a little bit too much Scotch for me. What is the process to take the Fraser homes and put it in my living room and celebrate Christmas?
After that, you always want to make sure that you're going to have plenty of room for your tree stand.
Okay.
The common tree stand will go 6 to 8 inches. So for this one, we're going to have to take off a couple rows of branches, probably leave from here down. We'll give it that fresh cut I was talking about earlier.
Go with the fresh cut.
So that's what we're going to do now.
I got a fresh cut. Go ahead. Say what you've done here is you've just cleaned up some of the branches. Now, do you wrap this, or is there a process?
Yep, that's next. The next will be the wrapping. So that's what the tree looks like right there.
So it's this device right here.
Yep, this is called a hand baler. You put it through just like so. You grab the base, and we like to twist them as they come through. That way we get them a nice tight cone. Makes it much easier to get in the house. Just like that.
And I can just take my tree home?
Absolutely.
Brad, that's easy. Brad, I know you have a 100% customer service here. But I got a question to ask you. What type of stand do you recommend for this Fraser?
Really, any basic stand will do. They make many different ones, but the most common one you see is about, like I said before, 6 to 8 inches deep. You're just going to slide it on up, and it'll have screws on the side. You're going to tighten those screws all the way, get it nice and tight and locked in there. And then right after you do that, when you bring it in the house, you're just going to pick it up like so and set it down with the stand. You don't want to leave it on the stand because then it could get all crooked and stuff.
Now, does this tear off? Does this lining just come right off?
The best way to do it is just to take scissors and work your way,
cut right through it,
all the way to the tree, and then just peel it off.
Brad, let's take this in my car. This is going to be the best Christmas ever, Brad the Tree Man.
Sounds good. We're going on top.
Let's do
correct?
it. Thank you for all this wonderful information. Fraser, you're my new best friend. Let's go, Fraser. Come on home, Fraser. Come with me, baby. Come on home. Come on home, Fraser. Awesome, Brad. Awesome. Awesome.
All right, I'll get it from there.
All right. Yeah, I put that on top of my car. We're all set.
Nice and prepared.
No pines in the car. You're not going to get in my car, Fraser. Oh, no. You're not shedding. You're not shedding, Fraser. Look at this. Full customer service. The rope. The netting. The Fraser. Brad, the Tree Man. Go, Brad. My new best friend, Brad, the Tree Man. Let me help you, Brad.
Yeah, if you don't mind, just open the doors and passing them through.
Open the doors with these doors, okay?
Yep.
All right, we're going right through here under there. A thing of beauty. Brad, I love the Scotch pine, I love the Fraser, and I love the Charlie Brown tree. But what are the prices of these various trees?
So the differentiating price, you got the Scotch pine over in those 2 racks, the bigger Scotch pine, they're all $35. They're a set price. Now the Frasers, they have these yellow or pink ribbons on it. It has the height and the price of the tree. They typically run $6 a foot plus an initial $3. So 7-footers, $45, and it goes up and down $3 every half foot accordingly.
It's all based on height.
Correct, for the Frasers. And then the Scotch pine, and we'll actually get more than just the Scotch pine. We also have blue spruce and white pine coming. We just got to cut those later. That way they last longer because they might not have as good a needle retention as the Scotch and Frasers. So we'll get some more. There'll be $20 trees all along this fence, lining this fence once we get more in. And they don't differentiate on height. It's just if we need to get into some areas, cut them out in the field. It's just how that works.
Where do these beautiful trees come from?
A lot of them come from our farms down in New Philadelphia. We do get a handful of Frasers from North Carolina. They just get this beautiful silver and dark green on the inside. They get that tint on the mountainside. They're a little harder to grow in Ohio, but not too bad. We do have a good crop going. But yeah, all of them come from our farms down in New Philadelphia.
And what are your hours, and how late do you go into the Christmas season?
So our hours on the weekends, we'll be here from 10 to 8, but if we're busy and we got constant people rolling in around 8 o'clock, we'll stay open till 9. We usually like to get out here around 9 o'clock. And then on the weekdays, get here open up around 11, probably closing at 8.
Brad the Tree Man, you've made my Christmas. This has been a great Christmas. I'm definitely going with the Fraser, the Scotch pine, and the Charlie Brown tree.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.